Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahushai, Brakat Yahweh, Brakat Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Chakudash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of great most on true well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Tadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the pre-Shemon, this week's topic is going to be entitled, They Want Our Rhythm, but Not Our Blues. They want our rhythm, but they don't want our blues. And who's the they talking about? The other nations. What do I mean by the rhythms that they want? They want to be like Jake. They want Jake flavor. You know, a lot of the nations imitate Jake. Some of them are Israelite foreigners, but some nations outright imitate and want to be like Jake, steal Jake's swag. All right, but they don't want none of the hell that goes with being an Israelite. You see what I'm saying? And what inspired this lesson is there's a video, you can find it on YouTube, of so-called Japanese, whether they're Israelite foreigners or not, getting waves. You know, like I said, you have Jake that's scattered amongst the so-called Japanese Ammon, okay, that are into the dancehall, pasa thing, and all these different Jake cultures. A lot of them are Israelites, rap culture. But what I'm saying too is, a lot of these Jake, a lot of all these heathens mimic Jake, steal Jake ideas. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, I'm going to read this. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 12. It says, He made the earth. No, that's not what I want. It's Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 16. And it reads, Jeremiah 10 and 16 reads, it says, the portion of Jacob is not like them. Right, so Jake ain't like these other nations. There's something different about Israel, man, all right? There's just a flavor to Jake, okay? You can't fake the funk. That's how come we try the spirit by the spirit to kind of feel out, make our assumptions, okay, if we're dealing with an Israelite for or not. The ultimate filter is this. If they're able to get this truth and believe this truth. So you brothers out there that have the appearance of the other nation, you know, your father might be an outright Jake. Your father might even look like an Edomite. That don't matter. Because it's not about appearance. We're not dealing. The Most High is not coming to deliver flesh. Okay? It's, if this word resonates with you, if the Most High bless you with this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you shouldn't have a doubt in your mind if you're an Israelite. Okay? Alright? Because the scripture says what? He showeth his words unto Jacob. His law, statutes, and commandments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation. So if you're able to get these breakdowns and you a prophet, you might look like another nation, but that don't mean you are another nation. Alright? Plus you outright Jake, your swag, your flavor, all that. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things. Right? Jake make up everything. How many times we done ran in this to different topics, and you might hear this saying Jake was behind that. We always say that freak Jake was behind that, because guess what? A lot of shit that a lot of inventions, a lot of modern day practices, a lot of things that we use practically in the world when it comes to like helping humanity, Israel's behind that. Now Esau be creating shit to destroy humanity because he's the anti-life. Okay? Esau's the anti-life equation. I'm saying anything to deal with death and destruction, you could bet they're creating some sort of scheme or device to do that. But now when it comes to life and innovation and bettering humanity, that's Israel. Alright? Because we're in tune with the planet Earth. You know? Because this is ours. The whole planet Earth is ours, not just the land of Israel. The whole world was given to us as an inheritance. So this is ours, and we, you know, Jake be striving to better it. It says, I'll read it again from the top, Slaki. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Lord of hosts, is his name. So Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, has declared Israel to be his portion, his peculiar people. Alright? And these nations want that so bad, especially Amalek, them so-called Jews. And that's one thing too with them so-called Jews, that you know they're not the real people of the Lord. They don't have no rhythm. And they ain't going through no fucking blues. So they're not the people of the Lord. What do I mean by the blues, by the way? The blues goes into the curses. When you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 15 on down, you see a bevy of different curses that only fit the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. At the same time, we bless in a way that we're very salty. We're very flavorful. We're very creative, innovative. Okay? That these nations want to emulate that. That's how come Jake is like the #1 entertainer, the #1 innovator, the #1 just the eyes to look at. When you watch the Olympics, it's all Israel. Okay? It's all Israel. Israel is first, second, and third. They might look like the other nation, but it's all Jake, man. Now, do you have mighty men of the other nations? Yes, you do. You have mighty men of the other nations that could whip Jake ass. You could have that. But I'm saying the ones that just do it to the maximum superior level, only Israelites, bro. Look how many people imitate Michael Jackson worldwide. Michael Jordan. Michael Tyson. Michael, he's like the Most High. I'm just using these guys as examples. James Brown, Bob Marley, Elvis Presley. All these different Israelites are seen like as gods throughout the whole world. Nations is like, wow. Okay? Deuteronomy 32:9 reads, for the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. So this whole Bible, this whole thing, everything's about Jacob. All right? These other nations are just backdrops, extras. The hero is Jake, the villain is Esau, and the other nations are backdrops, man. That's it. It's all about Jake. That's what the Lord is dealing with, man. You see? That's why these nations want to be like their superhero, Israel. All the music. Hey, speaking of that, rhythm and blues, Jake was behind that. You know, singing about the hell they catching, we catching. You know, Jake can form all different types of genres of music. Rock and roll, Jake. Rap, hip-hop, all Israel. Gospel, oh, come on, man. It's all Jake, man. Exodus 19:5. Now, therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. See? So if all the earth is the Lord's, and when we are the Lord's inheritance, then there's many scriptures that say what? We're going to inherit the earth. Rise and inherit the earth. And we are a peculiar people unto the Heavenly Father. Now, even though we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly, guess what? He sent his only begotten son just to die for his people. Matthew 1:21. Israel. All goes back to Israel. Speaking of want to be like, look at these other nations trying to be like the Most High, his son. Namely Esau, Edom. Okay? So everybody want to be an Israelite, but nobody want to get the hell that go with being an Israelite, man. Whether they dress like us, try to sing and dance like us, act like me, but you're not like me. You know what I'm saying? But it's alright. In the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be amplified. Y'all going to definitely want to be like Israel, keeping our law, statutes, commandments, or pursuant to the book of Zechariah. You ain't going to get no fucking rain. See? Lakia. Let me adjust some things real quick. Alright, so let me go back to this. It says, Psalms 134:4 now, it says, for the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. We are a peculiar people. Israel pop out like a sore thumb, man. You know? That's how come we able to, you know, even amongst fucking hillbillies. I'm talking about redneck hillbillies, you got Israelites, because we scattered everywhere, and they'll stand out like a sore thumb. Jake just different. You see, just like how you have that, you follow Dragon Ball Z, you had the Saiyans. The Saiyans are just like a different special race. They were like the superior race above every race. And even in that race, you had Super Saiyans. So even amongst Jakes, you have Jakes that take it to a whole nother level. Like I just mentioned, there's only one Michael Jackson. Okay? There's only one Prince, Mozart. Okay? Jake take it then. Floyd Mayweather. LeBron James. These Israelites that just take one particular thing, and the most I have them tap into their spirit, and they become super Israelites, if you will. Now, we super Israelites too, because we got this word. Alright? But I'm talking about at their particular craft. You see? Now the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 13 reads, and this is Yahweh Shah speaking, it says, ye are the salt of the earth. Right, so twofold. Salt is used for preservation. Okay, in the ancient world there was no fridges. So ye are the salt of the earth. The elect, all right, is going to preserve this earth. All right, preserve the rest of the nation of Israel. All right, but also Israel adds flavor to the earth. You can't imagine this earth with no Jake. Like, the fuck? Like, you can't even really picture that shit. You see what I'm saying? The whole flavor, everything on the planet Earth, the whole seasoning will be gone. Be bland. You know what I'm saying? Be lifeless. Jake is the life of the party. It says, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because salt would lose its flavor in the ancient world. So if it lost its flavor, it's good for nothing, right? It says, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot of men, ye are the light of the world. Again, going into the elect, being the light of the world, meaning the guide unto the rest of the nation of Israel, because that word there for world is cosmos. So the elect is going to preserve the world. The elect is going to the elect is going to preserve the rest of the nation of Israel, and the elect is going to be a light unto the rest of the nation of Israel. It says a city that is set on a hill could not be hid. Right. So a city set on a hill, you can't hide it. Got to be seen. And like the topic of the lesson, that's Israel, man. That's Jake, the standout, the chosen one, special, different, blessed. Okay, all these things. And these nations want to be that, but can't be that. Because a part of being an Israelite is this too. Like I mentioned, you have to take the curses and the blessings. You see? And they don't want that. Alright, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Chakodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, True Well. Salutations to the hopefully elect out there. You Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.